Hi, I'm Kurt Oostrick, Director of Facilities. It's been a very exciting summer looking at the future of Prince of Peace. Let me tell you about it. A couple of years ago, we set out on an adventure with a new vision that would give us some direction for our ministries and gave us the opportunity to evaluate our buildings. We are blessed to own 2 buildings and 22 acres of property that has served the church and our ministry well for the past 40 years. But now it's time for us to look ahead and how we might create buildings and space that will be used by generations to come. So this summer we began some exciting conversations about what that might look like. Here was our process.
Our land and building team interviewed 4 architecture firms in early spring and hired the incredibly creative team at Cunningham Group. Then, we gathered 30 to 60 volunteers at a time from within our congregation. A mix from people with construction experience to all our ministry areas, some staff, and some board members. And we scheduled 6 brainstorming meetings through the summer. We needed to come up with a statement that outlined our goals for any new construction. Our statement says, Prince of Peace Lutheran Church is a Christ-centered church, providing space for worship, space for caring for those in need, a place for celebrating art of all forms, sharing meals together, a place where we can grow spiritually, and minister to all ages. Our church welcomes all people and invites all into a spiritual atmosphere, where we serve one another and our community.
Our desire was to create spaces that were engaging yet flexible and expandable, environmentally friendly and sustainable. They were filled with natural light and spaces that would be easy to connect with our friends. All of this would be accomplished in a space that was integrated into our natural landscape. We did a lot of talking about what kind of buildings we needed and thought about various locations on our property and even across Fairview Drive. At one of our meetings, we had a creative exercise with blocks of various colors that we called a block party. Each colored block represented a different ministry. Our 4 groups had a lot of fun working inside and outside of guidelines, exploring all kinds of options for the new church building. We looked at what needed close proximity to other ministries or to kitchen groups or large group space. We thought about welcoming space and building overflows. The block party gave the architects lots of ideas to start moving forward, blending ministries and creating spaces that will meet needs far into the future.
After several meetings and hours of in-depth discussions, we identified some really important next steps for our church. And while the process of design is still not over, we learned a lot and we are excited about what God is doing through our church and how we can prepare for a future of doing ministry here at Prince of Peace.
The architects came back with designs for our 4 options that were presented to the core group at our final meeting of the summer. The initial estimates came in significantly higher than anticipated, and more than we felt would be financially manageable. Since then, further work has been done by the architects to find options that meet our highest goals at a cost that would be more responsible for us to assume. We're continuing to work with these options and are excited as we move forward. This has been a fun process, and I look forward to seeing what God has in store for us.